Good morning and welcome to the satsang. And we will have some music today and have some time together to tune into Swamiji's music. So we'll share more about that before we start. But if you can, close your eyes. Let's do a chant together and just bring ourselves to the satsang today.
Just take a moment to feel the blessings of light, of joy, of peace in our hearts. Let's offer a prayer. Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, friend, beloved God, Jesus Christ, Babaji Krishna, Lahiri Mahashaya, Swami Sri Yukteswar, beloved Guru, Paramhansa Yogananda, saints of all religions, we humbly bow at your feet. Divine Mother, help us to make our hearts your temple, to dedicate our lives to your cause, to your will, ever more perfectly. Help us through this music to feel your consciousness within us. Om. And now we'll meditate. We'll take one of Swamiji's pieces of music into meditation. So if you have headphones or if you have the way to make the music nice that you can hear it, please do so. And let's just pay attention to the sounds of this 4-minute piece and try to take it into meditation. And this I have done very often with this particular piece of music, taking it either into meditation or into sleep as well. The trick is to very consciously listen to the music, not just vaguely, but very consciously try to listen to every part, every note, every aspect of this melody. meditate for a few minutes together. Om Shanti Shanti. A very good morning again, friends. Today we're starting satsang part a little earlier because it's also going to be experiential, so we hope. And we wanted to once again share with you about the music, Swamiji's music, and just the music on the path generally, but more particularly Swamiji's songs. Those of you who are in the community may know that I was in a seclusion for this last week, and that's why you didn't see me, and Shamini was visiting her parents. But it was very lovely because I think both of us, individually without talking, we tune into the music more during this week. And again, remember the wonderful power and the wonderful place that it has in all of our life at Ananda. That in the seclusion, I was able to tune into the music and to Swamiji's voice quite a bit more than maybe I usually do. And it really had a tremendous uplifting power in my on my time alone. And remembering back, I think both of us can say that the music has had one of the biggest influences in our spiritual life, in Ananda, in our spiritual life. And just to tell you a little bit, when I came to Ananda, I really wasn't into music much at all. I only knew there was one band that I used to like to listen to back in before I came to Ananda, but I didn't even sing in the choir for many months before after I came. And I remember at some point we started a men's quartet. It was myself, Viraj, for those of you who know him, Swami Viraj from America, my brother, and Shurjo. We had a men's quartet in the Pune community, in the Pune land those times. And, you know, I was probably the weakest link of that whole thing, but I didn't know it. I was so oblivious about it. I thought I was singing, you know, whatever I needed to sing beautifully. But I was probably many times out of tune. And I remember when Swamiji came back once, we wanted to, with some songs we did very nicely, I think. I would like to see some recording of that if it was available, honestly, but I don't think we were very good at keeping those things up back then. But I remember once we sang this wonderful song to Swamiji, Lord, I long to see thee, you know, Lord, I long to see thee. Or that's one of the parts, more or less. I think I mixed some of the parts together. And it was very fun because we sang it in an evening of enchantment. I think it was for Swamiji. And, you know, obviously everybody liked it. And then we hear from Swami Nirmala. As you know, so Swami Nirmala and Dharmadas are very much in tune with Swamiji's music. And we had the great fortune, I had the great fortune to spend some years with them and tuning into different aspects of the music. But Nirmala told us that Swamiji, after that we sang that, you know, came close to her and said, did I write those notes? Did I write those chords? Meaning that we were probably singing. But nevertheless, you know, it is just so nice to see how we felt inspired. I'm sure people around us felt inspired. Maybe Swamiji felt inspired, I don't know. But the power is there, whether we sing it well, not sing it very well, it doesn't matter. But also to tell you that, you know, again, I never sang before in the choir and things like that before coming to Ananda. It's just here that many of us have learned. But it is just a matter of giving it a try, tuning in why music is so important as our path. We have this particular path of Ananda, obviously is master and Kriya Yoga, but the particular form of Ananda is not YSS, it's not any other organization that may be spreading the teachings of Kriya Yoga. So therefore, it means that there is a certain resonance that we all have with Ananda, that the way that things have been done in Ananda, and a huge part of it is the music. So that's why we come back again and again to talk about and share about the music, because the power, the easy access and power that the music has is really second to none in some ways. So Shamini, would you like to share a little bit?
Yes, thank you. I always love that story from them. Did I write those notes? And Swamiji certainly had a lot of fun with them with the music. When he was probably just trying to train them to be completely in tune. Yeah, I was joking to Bharat yesterday because he was telling me, and I didn't know this, that he hadn't sung for quite some time when he was in Ananda. And it's very funny because I was new in the Gurgaon ashram, and that was the time they were like within a month they were filming Finding Happiness, the movie. And that was my introduction to the choir, you might say, because I was just there, a new sevak, sitting to do anything that you guys need help with. I'm not going home, just tell me what you need help with. And then somebody came in and she was like, you look Indian, why don't you come join the choir? We need a few Indian looking people for the movie. And that's how I got there. And I was literally learning the words in the taxi on the way to the film set, and like, what are these words? What is this song? And getting super inspired just by letting it flow through. And also this time there was some talks which Swamiji did, and it was just interesting because again, part of there's a huge choir, and we can see it in recordings. If you see some of Swamiji's last talks, there's a huge choir you got to be part of. So really, it didn't matter if you didn't really know. And again, the grace of God and grace of Guru Bhais who are so inclusive in Ananda, come, join the choir. And so I'm just there standing, singing, having learned it on the way to the talk. What are these words again? And I remember singing I Live Without Fear. And at some point, it just clicks, no? And we've all now experienced it, but the vibration and so fast, it's like, it's not about knowing the words, not even knowing the melody perfectly, not even knowing the song or being able to sing, but just by being in that vibration. And of course, I think Swamiji's bliss in the auditorium was doing some magic, no? But it was a very quick introduction to the power of Ananda music as our path, as our way to, go deeper. And so we really wanted to touch this with you guys. Somebody asked yesterday, which actually was a very good thought, was asking Bharat, is this going to be a series? And, maybe we could do this as something that we do once in a while. I don't know what that while is that the music in charge has to decide.
No, these are all her ideas.
But I'll poke from the back. But yeah, it's just, another thing I wanted to just say as an introduction, even recently I got to spend some time alone and in a place, in like a neutral environment, not my house or something. And if you have an Alexa or you have access to a computer or something, you can just say play music by Swami Kriyananda, and a whole lot of music by Swami Kriyananda, Amazon Music comes up, and you can just have it playing in Alexa in the house. Highly recommend you try that. Or on your laptop or your phone, just play Radio Ananda, and we'll share all these tools with you guys. Or of course, there are pen drives, which we sell at our centers. You can just buy and plug it in and just. So I had a whole day of just Ananda music playing, and it has a good mix of Swamiji's voice, instrumentals, and also the choir, also the chants, also everything that we have. And it was very interesting because that whole day, I had 2 days that I experimented with this. The first day was sort of like, it almost seemed like, you know, everything was supporting the environment. It's like the sun rays seemed brighter that were coming into the room. There was sort of this light everywhere around, in the house. My energy was up. I didn't feel like taking a nap, let's say, when you usually spend 2 days, sometimes your energy might dip a little. I felt like inspired. My thoughts that were coming in my mind, I was getting inspiration for new things, new ideas, what I was reading, I was absorbing. I mean, it was a whole thing. And the next day, I was just, kind of tuning in. And there's many more beautiful, bhajans and musicians and all. So there's another person which we also listen sometimes, and I played. And it's again Shri Ram, Jai Ram, and beautiful chants, no, but it's not ours. And so I just said, okay, let me just play that for a little time. Why not? And have something different. So I left it on and I went around, but I have to say, like, I love it, but it just wasn't mine. And that was a very interesting thing to kind of discover, no, what is ours at the end of the day, because that was something that Swamiji would say about his music. It's not just music for music's sake, it's to express a very particular vibration. And when that reaches our cells almost, it can change us from inside. And that's why we see what the music can do for all of us. We've experienced it now, but to really keep this very strongly in mind of just like, oh, I've already heard that. Let me hear something new. And devotees often get into that. And before you know, you're in a different vibration, versus when you stick with this. And there's always ways to go deeper. And even yesterday while traveling, I was just again telling Bharat, because in the night my flight got delayed and all. I was just plugged in, and I was singing without singing, because it's weird to be singing in the airport. But you can sing without singing. Did you guys ever try that? And you can just really go with, let the vibration flow through you. And I was just calling him like, oh my God, Swamiji's music is so awesome. But it's like an ever new feeling, right? That we have when we allow it to become a part of our experience and kind of let us float above whatever is going on around us and whatever we are going through in life. So with that, we wanted to take a couple of pieces, right? Yeah. And go into it with you guys.
Yeah. And before that, I think some of you got to experience also this spiritual renewal week that we had in Pune, whether you, I'm not in Puri, in Pune, not Pune Puri. How, as Shamini said, many people sang there, including someone like Janani, sang there for the first time, really, in the choir. And it really didn't matter. There were enough voices, I suppose, to also, not that she sang wrong or anything. I actually did not to say anything against you, Janani. But I'm sure there were some people that were not singing correctly. But the joy level and just the overall thing, when that big choir came together, it was like so powerful. And many people after came and said, some people who had been on the path for a while said that, they hadn't experienced a music like this before. It's people from India. And Devi said something wonderful that you also could have read in one of her blogs that she did. She felt that really it was like being in Ananda village once again, just because of the music. Nothing about me or anything else. It was just the music that we all were able to express the vibration of Ananda, of Master, of Swamiji through the music. And it was very encouraging for all of us, I think, who were there to hear this, because it is amazing, like what all the voices, energy coming together can do. Okay, now let's start with it.
Yes. So what we thought we'll do is we'll take a few songs, kind of go back and forth. But basically, yeah, you could maybe put that first one in the chat. And basically, more share particular aspects of it that touched us. You can, of course, yourself fill in many more blanks, because I'm sure with those songs itself, each of you would have, if you've sung it, if you've tuned into it, would have your own particular line, let's just say, which stood out, or particular moment in the song that touches your heart, or something or the other, no? And so the first one I would like to pick is walk like a man. And this is often we use it as a strong starter, right? Like this song. And it kind of has an element of will to it. So not so much going into particularly, because we've shared that many times, why the background of Swamiji and why he wrote it, how he got inspired. But, more recently, I was tuning in, there's an Ananda member who's gone very deep into the music and tries to share how we can use the music on the spiritual path to spiritualize our lives. And in this way, he shares this tip of, with this song of Walk Like a Man, right? Because it's a song of will. Try to see if you can sit straight and see in your spine the energy starting, let's say, from the navel, the third chakra, the fiery self-control area, and try to feel that kind of will that's there, right? And as it's lifting through the heart and reaches the spiritual eye, how it becomes like a spiritualized will that the song can bring about, and kind of gives us this thing of I can do this, a renewed will and renewed enthusiasm that we can get in our spines from singing this song for the path. So let's sing it together once, and then we'll share a little bit more and go to the next. So we'll kind of quickly go through at least, hopefully, 5, 6 songs if we have time. So do sing, even if you're singing silently. Now we know how to do that.
Walk like a man, even though you walk alone. Why court approval once the road is known? Let come who will, but if they all turn home, the goal still awaits you. Go on alone.
Follow your dream, though it lead towards unknown. Life's but a shadow, once our dreams have flown. What if men cry, your dream is not our own? Your soul knows the answer. Go on alone. Give life your heart. Bless everything that's grown. Fear not the loving. All this was your own. Make rich the soil, but once the seed is sown, seek freedom, don't linger. Go on alone. Walk like a man, even though you walk alone. Why court approval once the road is known? Let come who will, but if they all turn home, the goal still awaits you. Go on alone. Go on alone. Go on alone. So we can see how that song just raises the energy in the spine, isn't it? And especially, the part of give life your heart, I wanted to share just recently when we sang that in one of the choir. Again, maybe it was the Spiritual Renewal Week choir, and you actually have good singers coming together, which is rare in India because we're usually just 3, 4 people in the center, 3, 4 people in the center. So suddenly you're like, wow, people who know the part. And there was this moment of give life your heart, no? And Bharat does it like raise the energy now, and we all sing it super loudly. It's like this time you just feel your heart open and just bursts out, no? And just like give life your heart. Just give everything. Don't hold back. That's what this song is really telling us. No, sometimes we get into this moment on the path of doubt, or we start questioning, oh, Master, are you really there? Or is this really what you just give life your heart? And then in that moment of doing that, everything of those doubts, those negative things, whatever troubles, worries, tests, whatever we're going to just vanishes, isn't it? And kind of lifts our energy very much. So if ever you're going through a moment of lack of will or wondering or doubt, just sing this song, and especially that part, just kind of like Swamiji would walk with his heart first, as we've heard, kind of lift your heart in that moment and just sing this part. And I felt like it just helped open my heart, like, wow. Also hearing the guys at the back as they were standing there, and the bass section was like, give life your heart. It was like, okay, Master, I will. So yeah, it was just a great reminder, and wanted to share that with the song.
Now the next song we will do together is again, there are many favorites, I think, of every brother, but this one is called Brothers. And I think it certainly doesn't need much of an introduction, but there is very good memories of singing this song. Again, even in the, oh, 1 second, even in the early days of Ananda in India, that
I think they can get it. You can just paste it because
no,
it just repeats.
second. Zoom has a limit of how many words you can put in one go. So maybe it's missing 2 words, but I think you'll figure it out. How, especially back in the Pundi land when Swamiji was around and all that, we used to, of course, personally, I have lived in many countries and mixed with many people. And but also over there, we used to have so many people from different nationalities come by because Swamiji was there from all over the world. And I remember people, usually the beginning part, I lived in many countries and mixed with many men, is 2 men that sing it together, or maybe groups of men sing it together. And we were really all from different nationalities, different countries, but in our love for God, we had come together. And this is the song that Shamini went to record for the first time, that story, as she said, because it's in Finding Happiness. And I think all of us who watch Finding Happiness really have a very deep moment when Swamiji starts singing this song, Brothers, and then the whole world choir comes and Swamiji and his picture. So it really has a very special place in all of our hearts, I think. So I'll do my best to play it right in the guitar, but most important, let's sing together. I lived in many countries and mixed with many men. I've shared the days of sunshine, gone with them in the rain. The fires at evening said we were brothers. The fires at evening said we were brothers. A soldier I saw weeping beside a dying friend. My officers had said I must hate him till the end. But seeing his grief I knew we were brothers. But seeing his grief I knew we were brothers. A man sat on a doorstep to see the children play. The gentle way he smiled there would charm your fears away. A stranger he, but love made us brothers. A stranger he, but love made us brothers. One day I climbed a mountain with friends of all the lands. The words we used were different, but joy one understands. Our gladness in God's word made us brothers. Our gladness in God's word made us brothers. The words and customs vary like waves upon the sea. One life beneath the surface binds everyone to me. Who knows the truth knows all men as brothers. Who knows the truth knows all men as brothers. Then, brothers, why endeavor to set ourselves apart? The fences we've been building squeeze tight upon our hearts. Come sing the truth that all men are brothers. Come sing the truth that all men are brothers.
I was even thinking this song it's so true for all of us. Like something Naya Swami Parvati, she was with us in the online community, yes, day before yesterday. And one of the things she was saying was in her early times in Ananda, when she first came, she looked around her and she was like, I want to do this, but I don't feel I'm anything, that great to be able to do this. And then she looked around and she said, I saw all my friends, which include all Jyotish and Devi and Asha and everybody who we know now. She's like, and they all look like me. Meaning to say that they were all normal, regular people who were just so grounded, so down to earth and just trying their best. And that's actually what I felt too when I came first to Ananda and saw all these different people from around the world. And that's what I still see with all of us. No, it's like we're just all trying our best. We're all just let's just move forward and let's really be down to earth, humble in our attempt and see what happens. And our gladness in God's world made us brothers. And that's what's really Ananda, and what makes us all a spiritual family and brothers and sisters in God. It's such a beautiful song. So the next one is that I chose is cloisters. So this is again one which we know and love. And again, it changes the bhav a little bit, isn't it? It's just this more inward and a beautiful moment between the devotee and gods. It's much more personal in a way. So let's sing it maybe in that spirit of just almost like a chant, and just try to feel that reverence towards God and towards this song as well. We will sing it 3-4 times. This is a little shorter. And those who know the girls part, do the girls part after the first round.
Long I've called you, my Lord, long I've called you. Many years I have longed for your sight. Bathe the darkness with tears of devotion. Offered candles in prayer to your light. How much longer, friend, must I cry your name? I am yours, ever yours. Will you come? Long I've called you, my Lord, long I've called you. Many years I have longed for your sight. Bathe the darkness with tears of devotion. Offered candles in prayer to your light. How much longer, friend, must I cry your name? I am yours, ever yours. Will you come? Long I've called you, my Lord, long I've called you. Many years I have longed for your sight. Bathe the darkness with tears of devotion. Offered candles in prayer to your light. How much longer, friend, must I cry
again, that's almost like sometimes I know people in Ananda have done this like a chant as well. And it almost has the bhav of a chant, isn't it? The song. It's so inward, it's so rich, it's such a self-offering song. You know, sometimes like another thing which was fun recently is, as I was telling you, that exercise of listening to just having the music playing, no, on Alexa or something, Amazon Music. the the bhav will keep switching because there's no particular order. So suddenly from a song of celebration almost, you know, of let's say brothers or many hands make a miracle, it goes suddenly to this song. And you remember like, yeah, you're celebrating like this, but suddenly you remember, oh my God, it's true. Yes, God, long I have called you. When are you going to come? Now I'm going to keep offering my candles of devotion to you, but you have to come. Otherwise, this isn't worth it. This journey isn't worth it. I'm not going to do it without you. And it sort of reinforces that devotional bhav, no? And then you take that even into a brothers or into a many hands make a miracle. And it's still between us and God, which is the most beautiful thing, isn't it? Just to see.
In a little more inward, we're gonna do this other one that again I think everybody loves it very much, as I live without fear. No need to say the story again of how Swamiji composed it. So let's sing it first and then we'll tune into it a little more.
We hope also that the audio is coming fine because there's a lot of noise downstairs. So good. I hope Zoom is blocking it out.
The green summer fade and winter draw near. My Lord, in your presence I live without fear. Through tempests, through snows, through turbulent tide, the touch of your hand is my strength and my guide. I ask for no riches that death can destroy. I crave only thee, your love and your joy. I ask for no riches that death can destroy. I crave only thee, your love and your joy. The dancers will pass, the singing must end. I welcome the darkness with you for my friend.
Just keep your eyes closed for a moment if you can. And feel especially those last words. The dancers will pass, the singing must end. I welcome the darkness with you for my friend. The excitement of life will go away. Maybe the so-called joys of this world will quiet down. The winter will come, the challenges will come, and we welcome them into our lives with God, with the Guru, as our friend, as the one guiding us, as the one helping us, knowing that it all comes from Him. and we're going to switch the mood a little bit. We're going to do a couple of children's songs. This one, I think, is one that everybody has sung at some point. We often do it in the choir or singing groups. Life is beautiful. And this song, especially when you hear Swamiji singing it, but again, it's just one of those that it just touches your heart so easily. It's been whenever I don't say, not that when I'm going through something necessarily, but whenever I feel that the need for having that encouragement, to having that love in the heart, I sing this song. Life is beautiful, life is gay, because it reminds you of, why are we even here? To let God take charge of our lives. And that line, let me feel thy strength in me, give me joy to share. I always love that word, give me joy to share. Again, just a recognition that everything comes from him, from the Guru, from Divine Mother. Everything that is holy in us is because we are expressing their consciousness. So we'll sing it 2 or 3 times. 2 times. Life is beautiful, life is gay, when I give myself away, when I live to please thee, Lord, dancing in thy ray. Let me see thee everywhere, hear thy melodies in the air. Let me feel thy strength in me, give me joy to share. Life is beautiful, life is gay, when I give myself away, when I live to please thee, Lord, dancing in thy ray. Let me see thee everywhere, hear thy melodies in the air. Let me feel thy strength in me, give me joy to share. Life is beautiful, life is gay, when I leave myself away, when I live to please thee, Lord, dancing in thy ray. Let me see thee everywhere, hear thy melodies in the air. Let me feel thy strength in me, give me joy to share. Let me feel thy strength in me, give me joy to share.
So we'll end with one more children's song, but these also are just so wonderful to keep through the day, isn't it? If you have the excuse, like Oma, of course, often shares with us her beautiful granddaughter Bunny singing, and we love to get those recordings and we share in the community chat. And if you have the excuse of kids around, just teach them this and make them sing for you, with you. But if not, all of us adult kids, no, we certainly need this as well. Let me feel thy strength in me, give me joy to share. That's itself such a powerful prayer to take, let's say, even into our day, into our work, into our lives, our homes. I used to love in Chandigarh when we used to do these children's songs. Uh, when it would be time to go out, no? Sometimes I would go out and I would see people putting their chappals outside and just singing this, let me feel thy strength in me, and walking out the gate like that, kind of just taking that into, and it was just so sweet and it had touched something, and that's what they were going to take into their lives. So something for us to remember too. So the last one is Sing in the Meadows. Have you already shared it? And in this, again, we'll just end with tuning into these words, but we'll also sing it 3-4 times. But just look at the words for a moment. It's in the chat. Sing in the meadows and everywhere. Sing out a blessing to everyone. Lift up your voices. Lift your hands on high. Sing and the battle is won. Again, just so powerful, so simple, isn't it? It doesn't have to be complicated. Like Master said, God is simple, everything else is complex. And really, Swamiji's music, one of the great powers in it is in its simplicity. He really captured the essence and the power of God for all of us and gave us a chance to do the same, you know? And just this thing of sing and the battle is won, I was thinking when I was new, especially in Ananda, but I still do it to Bharat, whenever we would go anywhere, let's say on a hike or something, I would say, why are we talking? Let's just sing. Let's just sing the music. Also, partly because I wanted to learn the music and I was with very good singers. But, it would just be like, instead of talking all these things, you just sing. And the whole experience of the hike is so different, and many times we would drive out when we were in Chandigarh, we would drive out to like Kasauli or something and spend those hour and a half journey just singing the whole way and come back the whole way. And that was the best part of the journey somehow, more than even reaching the mountain or anything, And so if we just sing in the meadows and everywhere, lift up our voices, the battle is really won, and we have really been victorious over everything in our lives. So with that, let's end with this song now.
Sing in the meadows and everywhere. Sing out a blessing to everyone. Lift up your voices, lift your hands on high. Sing and the battle is won. Sing in the meadows and everywhere. Sing out a blessing to everyone. Lift up your voices, lift your hands on high. Sing and the battle is won. Sing in the meadows and everywhere. Sing out a blessing to everyone. Lift up your voices, lift your hands on high. Sing and the battle is won. One more time. Sing in the meadows and everywhere. Sing out a blessing to everyone. Lift up your voices, lift your hands on high. Sing and the battle is won. Lift up your voices, lift your hands on high. Sing and the battle is won.
So let's just take a moment, lift up our hearts, lift up our voices, our hands, send out a blessing in this upliftment through this vibration that Swamiji enables us to receive through the music. We're able to share more powerfully Master's vibration out to everyone. And to also be victorious over our own battles in life, over our own tests. Just lift our hearts, raise our consciousness through the music, and the battle is won. And rubbing our palms together, let's send out these blessings to all, everywhere. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you very much.